It is only when you realize that getting more of what you want will not make a difference that you will turn to knowledge. It is only when your plans for personal fulfillment are shown to be weak and fallible and unfulfilling that you will turn to knowledge. Here, profound disappointment is extremely important and holds a great opportunity for you. But extreme disappointment is what everyone wants to avoid. So they keep trying to plan and scheme and focus their life to get what they want. And the predicament is only deepened. Knowledge is speaking to them all along, but they cannot hear. They're not open to that. They want what they want. They're driven by fear and preference. And so love is unknown to them. Love is what gives them what they want. Love is what looks good. Love is what feels good in the moment. And as a result, people's notion of love becomes the source of their addictions. And love becomes kind of an addiction. You must have this person. You must live in this place. You must have this food. You must have this pleasure. You must have this drug. God's love is the movement of knowledge within you. For this movement is moving you in the direction of your redemption and your fulfillment in the world. To find this redemption and fulfillment, you must be freed from those relationships and those obligations that are keeping you locked in your life. Redemption is not something you just simply add on to your life. It is just another thing you are managing in your life. It is not simply an addition. It is your life. Everything that knowledge moves you to do, whether it be urging you to avoid something or urging you towards something, is all aimed towards your redemption. And your redemption means that you have connected your thinking mind with knowledge. That is a redemption. That is the beginning of a real promise for you. You are not redeemed to God. You have never been separated from God. God has no anger toward you. You have placed yourself in exile. You have entered a reality where God is not known, where God is forgotten, where God is about idolatry and belief and ritual. What redeems you is taking the steps to knowledge, connecting mind with spirit, your thinking mind with the real power of knowledge within you. Not your beliefs about spirit or spirituality or religion, but with the reality. Many people cannot differentiate between their beliefs and reality. They think their beliefs are reality. What I believe is what is real, they say. What I believe is the truth, they say. What I believe is God's will, they say. And yet, the more adamant they are, the more it demonstrates that they are not yet connected to knowledge. They have not yet been redeemed. The intellect must yield to what God has placed in you. What God has placed in you is the will and plan of God for your life, which is connected to the will and plan of God for our life. Within this world, beyond this world, throughout the greater community of worlds, in the universe in which we live. It's so big. When you see how big it is, you realize that your thoughts are never going to contain it or define it. But knowledge within you is completely uniform. It is in complete harmony with knowledge within everyone else. And that is why it is the great peacemaker in the world. Any real peace that has been fostered and established has come from knowledge. Otherwise, peace agreements are really economic or political arrangements to sustain war and conflict. No peace has really been established. Peace is the result of people recognizing and connecting with each other. Not simply trading over a boundary, not simply looking at each other from a distance, but learning to recognize and to communicate and relate to each other. With the growing population of the world, as it is now, you have a great possibility to establish human unity, a great necessity to establish human unity. Living in a world of diminishing resources, this growing population, we will have to unite for its own survival. The very condition of scarcity you are creating creates a greater impetus for human unity. This is all the work of knowledge. God does not will that humanity have an overpopulated world, a world of diminishing resources, but knowledge will continue to move people towards their redemption regardless of the circumstances. Even if you create a nightmare scenario in the world, knowledge within you and others will move you towards redemption. God then is not the author of what you think and do. God is the author of your redemption. God is the source of a greater purpose that has brought you and every other person into the world. And anyone who can recover the ancient memory will experience the power and the authority of God. And anyone who can take the steps to knowledge, to bring knowledge into their awareness, will experience the love of God. Love is like the air you breathe. You take it for granted, you never think about it, but you need it every moment. Love is here. Can you experience it? Knowledge is within you. It is quiet. And it is also giving you counsel. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? Are you willing to go to it with your hands open? Without demands, without beliefs, just go to it. I go to God. You go to God. What does God will for me? What must I do in this situation? Should I be with this person? Yes or no? Should I go to this place? Yes or no? Should I engage in this activity? Yes or no? Everything was simple. No deals. No compromises. Well, I'll give a little of this if God gives a little of that. I'll make a deal with God. No deals. You are either open to guidance or you're not. You are either willing to put in doubt what you think you want for yourself or you're not. It does not mean that you surrender yourself to God. That happens perhaps much later. This is just a little opening, a little willingness. A beginning. You have to begin as a beginner. You can simply leap into a mature state in your relationship with God. You have to take the steps. And God provides the steps.